Hey, aloha. Where is it at? There it is. Hi, aloha, everyone. I'm here at the Hawaiian Peace Garden, and this is a very special place. It's called Paliaku, here on the Big Island of Hawaii. And I wanted to do a quick video on negative emotions and how we actually need negative emotions and negative experiences to move us forward. It's actually part of being human. It's part of our human experience. So I know that lots of things are happening in the world right now that feel negative, and they don't feel good, and they feel scary. And I want to invite you to consider that everything that's happening, that we have asked this to happen because there's a shift that needs to happen. And with the systems the way that they weren't working. They weren't moving us forward, they weren't helping us emotionally expand as human beings and as spiritual beings, because each and every single one of us, before we were born, we were somewhere else. Like our consciousness, our energy. And when we die, when we transition, we go, where do we go? You know, there's lots of controversy with that. I believe we go back to love, back to an amazing frequency of love. But what we do here is a journey. Is a journey of emotional transformation and emotional expansion. Emotional expansion through trauma. Because every single one of us, if you're a human being, you have experienced trauma. Sadness, grief, loss. We all have that. We've all experienced that. So why are there negative feelings? Why are there negative situations? In order to move us forward, just thinking about it like this, the wheel of a train goes around, right? Well, the wheel has to go down in order for it to go up. It has to go down. If you're going to jump, what's the first thing you need to do? The first thing you need to do is to squat down. So we actually have to it's actually part of universal consciousness, is negative feelings, negative vibrational frequency, negative emotions, negative events. They have to be there in order for us to see what it is we don't want, in order for us to see ourselves and to experience and explore ourselves. So I invite you to consider at this time, what is a negative feeling that you have? And maybe it's fear. And so what is fear moving you toward? If it's about the virus, then what is fear moving you toward? Maybe it's about moving you toward that you want more health. You want to feel good in your body. You want to have more vitality. You want to be free. You want to feel joy again. So how is that going to happen? How is that going to transpire? Well, what are things that move you toward safety? What are things that boost your immune system? Exercise, sunshine, vitamin D, vitamin 3, zinc, good, healthy, clean, organic food, good, healthy water. Giving yourself permission to feel just a little bit better, But here's the thing also I wanted to share is you can't ignore the negative feeling. You know, I did a session with a client today. I'm a Live in a Body You Love specialist, and I did a session with a client today around I'm not good enough. And the very first thing that you need to do to expand through that feeling of I'm not good enough is you've got to feel it. You can't ignore it. You don't have to feel it for very long, but you do need to feel it and explore it with your breath. Your breath is actually a part of you that helps you to emotionally expand and integrate all of the parts of you that you don't like and that you think are wrong with you and that you think you need to fix. Your breath helps you to integrate those parts so that you can find peace. So I invite you to consider today that all of the parts of you, there's nothing wrong with you and there's nothing to fix. I invite you to consider today that even your negative emotions are meant to be in your body and that you can actually shift them with your breath. And how you do that is you take a big inhale into your body where that feeling is. You take a big inhale and just let yourself feel it. Let yourself feel that feeling. And then what you want to do is you want to pull that frequency up into your heart. Your heart is 100 times more electrically powerful than your brain, and 5,000 times more magnetically powerful than your brain and your thoughts. So let yourself feel whatever it is you're feeling, even if it's fear. Like, find the fear in your body. Breathe into it. Let it expand. It's not going to kill you. A lot of times people get afraid when they're like, Michelle, I don't want to feel that feeling, and I definitely don't want to expand it in my body, but I invite you to try it. Expand that negative feeling in your body, and what'll happen is it'll start to change. It'll start to release from your body. And then you can actually find a little bit of peace. Peace will start to engulf your body, and it's a beautiful experience. So this time of COVID, this time of fear, is creating an opportunity for awakened consciousness so that we can be free. We can be free of the many systems that have enslaved us for many years, if not hundreds of years. And we can be free of forgetting we can remember who we are, which is a spiritual being, which is a vibrational frequency, which is energy. And we haven't been taught that in schools, but that is who we are. That is who we are. If you were to take out all of the empty space in my body, the mass of my body would be the size of a dust particle, one small dust particle. If you were to take out all of the empty space in all of humanity, in every single person on the planet, if you were to take out the empty space to see what's left, the matter that's left, it would be the size of a sugar cube. Like that, we are more energy, we are more frequency than we are these bodies. The emotion you're having right now is an emotional frequency. And we need to have those negative feelings because they move us forward, just like the wheel of a train. The negative frequency goes down in order to bring up the positive frequency. And how you bring up that positive frequency is you don't negate the negative, is you actually breathe into it, notice it's there, acknowledge it, and then that will actually start a feeling of peace and freedom. When you breathe into that negative emotion, it starts to release and you start to have freedom and peace. So I invite you to take that on and boost your immune system by getting in nature, hugging a tree, grounding yourself, putting your feet on the ground, getting some exercise, letting the sun shine on your face, getting really good organic clean food, drinking clean water, and let yourself be okay and acknowledge whatever feeling you're having. Breathe into it and start to find the peace that shows up for you. Okay, much mahalo and aloha.